Welcome to this savage nation. Today we're going to talk about the overreach by ICE. Now you say, wait a minute, Savage, didn't you just say it was ICE or lice? Yes, I did earlier. We are talking about the agitators. We're talking about the Antifa. We're talking about the real criminals. We're talking about the cartels behind some of these people. But when I see ICE making quotas by going into nursing homes and arresting aides, meatpacking plants and arresting poor people who are working in meatpacking plants for almost no money. I spoke with some Hispanic people today who voted for Donald Trump. I'm a realpolitik man. And they said this is going to cost Trump the Hispanic vote. The Republicans are going to lose the Hispanic vote over this. They're overreaching. These Hispanic people who are hardworking, the good ones, and I speak to them every day. They say to me, Michael, sure, let them get the bad guys. We all want them gone from our communities. But yesterday they said they were outside a house where there were maids and trying to arrest maids. I went to a boatyard today, had a boat launch today. All Hispanic men, all craftsmen, all working, hard work that no one else will do. Don't tell me that Americans will do it. Who? Your son sitting home playing a video game or whacking off to a porn? So many of these people voted for Trump. Many of them supported Trump in his crackdown on the gangs because who was affected most by the gangs other than the poor Hispanic people who live around them and are exploited by them? So what's happening here is that they hit a quota system now, just as it was with, let's be clear, how many times have we said over the years cops were simply stopping white women in the suburbs on the highway and giving them tickets because they knew they would never fight back? We heard it 100 times, 1,000 times. And the white woman would say, why are you arresting me? I'm coming from soccer practice with my kid. Why don't you get a real criminal? Women have said that because they were meeting a quota system with tickets. Well, now ICE is under pressure to meet a quota system with arrests. They were told 3,000 a day. Well, if it was 3,000 of the worst, I wouldn't be saying anything today about this. But I'm telling you right now, something you haven't heard or read anywhere else, because right now it's all gung-ho one way or the other. ICE bad, ICE good. I'm telling you there's something else going on here that you better be aware of, which is this. If Trump does not tell them to be more targeted in their arrests and really seek out and arrest the worst of the worst and continue to haul in hardworking Hispanic people, whether they be maids or busboys or in Home Depot, they're working, for God's sakes. They're working. Or you're going into areas where maids take jobs and you're going to arrest poor women and take them from their children. I know a young Mexican man who's been here 20 years. He can't become a citizen. He's worked every day of his life, 7 days a week. 7 days a week. He has no path to citizenship. His little boy, 10 years old, said to him, Dad, what happens if they take you away or mommy? You want to hear reality? Here's reality. So I said to him, Juan, don't worry about it. We'll take care of him if something happens, God forbid. I would take him in like my own. I'd adopt this boy. I've known his son since he was born. I would just adopt him, raise him the best I could. God forbid. But this is what's going on inside the homes. Daddy, what's going to happen if they come and arrest you or mommy? That's what the children are asking. You expect them to vote for Republican after this? Listen to me. There's a middle road in everything. It's not one way or the other. There is a middle road and it's not being followed. So this is a cautionary tale for the Trump administration, which is stop arresting and hauling people away who are working here and have done no crimes. I know many of you will say, well, being here is illegal. I've seen all of that. But you know that's not what we're talking about. You know that that's not the issue. We want the gang members removed. We want the really bad people removed. We want the rapists, the murderers, the drug dealers removed. But so do the Hispanic people want that. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? But if you're going to start taking in innocent, hardworking people who break their backs every day and pay taxes every day, they're never going to vote for a Republican again. They're going to swing all the way back to the other side out of self-preservation. Do you understand where I'm coming from? That it's not black and white, either or. I'm trying to tell you that there's a middle road, and somebody needs to speak to Mr. Homan and Mr. Trump immediately and tell them to go after the really bad people and make it very clear to the members of the Hispanic communities across America that we're not looking to get you if you're working here and you're working hard. We only want the worst of the worst. We want the criminals and the gang members. We're not coming for you. That's what they have to do. And I don't know how else to say it other than the way I just said it. If they keep taking innocent people off the street who've just come from killer hard work, not only is it wrong, but it will cost the Republicans everything they have gained. Now, I don't know whether anyone in the Trump administration understands the subtlety of what I'm saying here. You won the Hispanic vote by promising the Hispanic people an awful lot of things, Mr. Trump, President Trump, and you delivered. You closed the border. The millions are no longer pouring in that the evil Joe Biden ushered in with Merrick Garfinkel, the Attorney General, and the weirdo in the DHS, the other one. They're the ones who opened the borders and broke them open and brought in 20 to 30 million illegal aliens. Most of the people I speak with who are working here, who are Hispanic, don't want them here either, those people. They want them gone. But you can't now arrest everyone who's Hispanic in America and expect the Hispanic people to vote for you. Do you understand that? It's that simple. Something else came up today that I think is worth mentioning. I said to my Mexican friend, I said, I don't see black people in these protests in Los Angeles and San Francisco. I don't see blacks rioting with the Hispanics. I see the white lesbians. I see the hysterical chicks spitting and attacking people, the psychopaths, the losers, the mental cases. I see them, all the misfits. But I didn't see too many black people. He said, well, Michael, he said, the truth is that down in Compton, California, the black people are, in fact, in solidarity with the Hispanic people. I said, why is that? And he said, because it's basically an anti-police attitude. In other words, the police are the enemies of both the blacks and the Hispanics. That's what he said they see it as. That's another little issue here. So my friends, understand what I'm saying to you. There's a right way and a wrong way for everything. And by doing a dragnet for every Hispanic in America, not only is it wrong, it's going to cost you the midterms and cost us the presidency. This is Michael Savage. I have nothing else to say. This is an important addendum to my earlier broadcast where I said ice or lice. And when I said lice, I meant it, meaning the criminals, the white liberals. To me, they're lice on the body politic. Liberals inciting criminal enterprises, lice on the body politic. So now people say, oh, what happened to you? What do you mean what happened to me? What happened to you? You can't see a subtle middle way to everything? Everything has to be black and white? Now you want every Hispanic rounded up and thrown out of the country? What does that make you, you morons, you? We don't want this to go on this way. We see what's happening in the Hispanic communities. We talk to them. You don't. You're going to lose the midterms and you're going to lose the presidency if you do this wholesale arrest and deportation. Period. End of story. This is Michael Savage. I'll be back perhaps tomorrow with another update on these unusual times. We know that this weekend, the Soros and other billionaire-incited mobs are going to be marching across America, invading the white suburbs, shopping centers, everywhere they can, with their hate and vitriol. These are the same people who marched against Musk a few months ago, who I confronted. They're going to be here again. The same malcontented left-wing losers are going to be out in the streets screaming and yelling and get to you. But never, ever fall into the trap of thinking that everyone who is different than you is bad. The ones who are marching with the Palestinian scarves, I'd arrest them all because I can guarantee you that they're foreign agents or they're non-citizens. I can guarantee you 100%. The Mexican flags, I hate it. The Guatemalan flags, I hate it. Burning the American flag, I'd make it a crime. I hate it. But don't arrest the innocent, hardworking Hispanic people in your dragnet. Not only is it wrong, but it will cost you and us the elections, which would be a far, far worse result than you could ever imagine. Thank you for listening. I'm Michael Savage. I'll be back perhaps tomorrow with another update right here on the Savage Nation.